Hello friends, we'll look into another interesting item from Effective Java. This is regarding throwing exceptions appropriate to the abstraction. We all design APIs and we also throw exceptions which are relevant to the API. In an API, in most of the time, we use any third-party libraries or any lower level APIs. And those lower level APIs will throw exceptions. In most of the cases, we delegate those exceptions to the higher level and pass it on to the consumer of the API. So this is not recommended practice. So in most of the cases, when we have the lower level APIs and if we throw them from our high level API, it will make difficult to consumer of the API to use our API. Basically, we will not be able to relate to those low level exceptions with the context of the API. So to avoid this, Josh has recommended two ways. One is the exception translation and another is exception chaining. So what is exception translation? So whenever you, let's say this is your API and you are calling some third party libraries or some low level APIs and that throw some lower level exceptions. So you can catch those exceptions and rethrow them as a higher level exception. Basically here you can give any relevant message to the exception which is relevant to your API so that the consumer of the API can understand it better. So basically we'll translate the lower level into higher level exception. So this is exception translation. So another way is exception chaining. So this is extension to exception translation. So we convert lower level into higher level exception. Along with that, in the higher level exception, we pass on the lower level exception as a parameter. So basically in the constructor of higher level exception, we pass on the lower level exception. So basically these exceptions which are having the lower level exception as a parameter in the constructor, they are called chaining aware superclass constructor. So let's see some examples of these in JDK. Coming to exception translation, if you see in the abstract sequence list, so we have this get method. So get method, we are providing an index and depending on the index, it is returning you the element. Let's say if index is not in the range of elements, then this next method will throw no such element exception. And in this particular implementation, we are converting this low level into a high level exception which is relevant to the context for this API. So when you throw index out of bound exception, user of this API will be able to relate it quickly that he has sent the index wrong index. If at all from this API, if we throw no such element exception, user will not be able to understand what has exactly gone wrong. Is the element doesn't exist or index is out of range? He will not be able to relate to the context in which this API is used. And notice this API documentation itself says that user should be throwing the index out of bound exception. Now coming to the exception chaining, so as I said, we can pass the throwable here in the higher level exception so that it gives the double benefit. The consumer of the API will have the higher level exception so that he can relate to the API context in which the exception occurred. And whenever the exception occurs, the developers can debug it so that they have the stack trace which are particular to the lower level exception. So this makes debugging very much easy. So many of the APIs provide this kind of constructors for the exception where throwable is accepted. For example, IO exception. So in the IO exception, we have the throwable as a parameter. So there are some exceptions where you may not find the constructors which are accepting the throwable. So in those cases you will be using the method init cause. So in the init cause you will be setting the throwable, and whenever the exception occurs, so throwable will make it sure that in the stack trace you will have the lower level exception. So in summary, whenever you are throwing an exception from the API, make sure that those exceptions are relevant to the context of the API. So what that means is, you will, if at all you are throwing any lower level exception, you will be converting those lower level into higher level exceptions. So there are two ways. You can either do the translation or do the exception chaining. Hope this is useful, and see you in the next item. Thank you.